So now we're going to bring in some information from the other tables together on these. We're going to use the lookups like I mentioned earlier. So let's go to the lots worksheet, and on J2, click in there and type equals. Now you can use the function wizard or you can type this out. We're going to do a VLOOKUP. Now the information we want is the assigned lot number, so we're going to click on that. The next part is the table array. Where's the information? It's the table sale information, of which we're going to return from column 4 and then put in the result of false because this is not a range lookup. We need the specific one. Now don't let the structured references mess you up on this. Try to ignore that it's putting in the word assign lot and so forth. Just click on the individual cells rather than typing this out to get this right. Now for K2 we use nearly this exact same formula, just a different column to bring back the results. In that case, we're going to use column 3 of the same table for sales. And again, it will be false. Let's give this one a try then. So here I'm on the worksheet. Now if you didn't name the tables earlier, click in each table, Table Tool Design, and over here on the left, we're going to click in there and make sure we put in table and give it a name. So my new naming convention then is used TBL to tell me it's a table in lowercase. Then in uppercase, I'm just going to call it by what I want to call it by. In this case, lots, sales, buyers. But I know that I'm talking about the table. If I call it lots, I can get away with it, but it gets a little confusing because it's lots on the lots page. But if I put the word table in front of it, I have a better idea that it's the table on the lots page. So let's do our first formula. Here in J2, we're going to do formulas, lookup and reference, VLOOKUP. It is a vertical lookup, not an HLOOKUP, which is the horizontal. It all has to do with how the table was laid out that we're bringing the information back from. Now I want to look up the lot number. Not on the screen right now because my screen's not wide enough. So I have to scroll over, take my mouse, and click on the first one. Notice the structured reference there? Just ignore that. Where's the table? Well, the table is over on the sale page. Now this one is going to change depending if I select the first row all the way down or if I just get from the data. It's up to you which way you want to go. We're going to select all of it straight down until we get to the bottom of the table. Scrolling and scrolling. There we are. And let go. Notice it just says table sale. If I had gotten the headers, it would still work. It would just have inside that bracket saying all, letting me know that it got everything, including the headers. Before I click out though, let's see which one of these. I want to bring back the final bid, in which case that is 1, 2, 3 for bid, 4 for buyer. Now I can't quite remember which one I actually was doing at this point, if it was the bidder or the other one. Let's take a look. I can scroll over a bit. We're doing sold to. So that tells me then we're going to put in a 3. Now I look down here and see equals 2,600. Well, that doesn't sound right. Let me back that out. Put a 4. Now the equals 69. That sounds more like a buyer number. Now, is this a range lookup? No. The range lookup is when the value is not really in your data. Think of like a grade point average. The grades is 60% is one step, 70 gives you your C, 80 gives you a B, 90 an A and above. That's a range lookup because you might get actually a 90.2 and it's not anywhere in your table. Here though, these are specific numbers to specific individuals and it's not even sorted by their numbers. So we have to make sure that it finds the exact right number. So we're going to say false. I copied that down. Now this should probably say final bid or winning bid. Let's do winning bid. And the same thing. Now there's a bit of a shortcut we can take here. First I have to turn on my formula bar. There, view formula bar. So there's the formula. Now if I just copy and paste this over, the assigned lots, the table, all these other things will change as well, just like it does when we copy formulas otherwise. But there's this little trick I'm going to be using a lot in this lesson to save us some typing, which is to click in the formula bar, highlight it in the formula bar, Control-C copy, escape to get out of there. Now I can click back in the formula bar on the other one and paste it back in and just change. Now, it's not much of a shortcut, but when we have to do this 10 or 20 times, it's nice to have any shortcut you can get. So I notice I just changed it to a 3 this time. So I'll hit enter and see what it brings. There. Sold to buyer 69 for $2,600. Perfect. Let's move on.